I'm Sammy. We're reading a story today. It's the story of the 3 little negatively geared pigs. Once upon a time, there were 3 little Gen Y piggies. There they are eating their smashed avocado, playing with their smartphones. One day, their mother came into the games room and said, "Little pigs, I've decided to rent out your bedrooms on Airbnb, so I'm kicking you out. It's time you bought your own home." They don't look very happy, do they? Would you be happy? So the 3 little pigs went looking for a house. The first house they found was an inner-city 3-bedroom terrace made of straw with a trendy bar nearby that did poetry reading on Wednesdays. "What a nice house," said the first little pig. "The price guide says $100,000, which seems quite cheap for 3 bedrooms in this area, but it must be right because real estate agents never lie." There's the real estate agent just there. I get a commission no matter what. Everyone gathered around as the auction began. The first bid came from some baby boomers. Can you see the baby boomers there? We've destroyed the planet and now we're ready to downsize. But just as the 3 little pigs were about to bid, the big bad property investor Wolf arrived. little pigs, let me win," he said. "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll build my portfolio." And he purchased the property for $300,000 above reserve. Disappointed, the 3 little pigs wasted the whole next day at work on their domain real estate apps. Poor little piggies. The second house was a 2-bedroom townhouse made of sticks in an outer suburb with minimal public transport options. "I don't mind sharing a bedroom as long as we get into the market," said the other little pig, realistically. The first bid came from a foreign investor panda. "There's no way we can afford that," winked one little pig. Then the big bad property investor Wolf arrived again. "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll claim 50% capital gains tax rebate on my second and third properties." Brrr. They're being blown right away. The 3 little pigs were getting desperate. They needed a place to live, but they kept getting outbid. The third house they found was an old brick outhouse in a suburb that was renowned for gun crime. "Surely we'll be able to afford this stump," squealed the first little pig with a forced smile. The auction started. They were the only ones there. The house was theirs. Until the big bad property investor Wolf arrived. "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll use my multiple properties as leverage to borrow even more money." "That's not fair," oinked the first little pig. "Now you have 3 houses and we have none." "Well," said the wolf, "why don't you rent my houses at a rate below market value so I can still claim the property as a loss?" Clever wolf. And it was totally legal, and neither side of politics showed any fortitude to correct a system that entrenched inequality, rewarded the rich, and returned us to an era of landed gentry. And they all lived heavily mortgaged ever after. The end. See you next week.